Welcome to Best Car Fixes. This is Muhammad Harun Idris. Today we have a BMW, and this car, it is not cranking. When you push the button and you push the brake, it's supposed to crank, at least it doesn't crank. Let us check, make a quick diagnose to see what happened, what it need to be done. Please subscribe, share and like. And this is Muhammad Harun Idris. Let's go. Here is the battery. We need to be sure that the battery is fully charged, and also be sure that if there is an accident or not, be sure that this cable is the one that carry the power and to go through that place and it go under the hood. And we need to be sure that the switch here is not deployed, and is the continuity of the 12 volt is good. So what we need to do is either we're going to check it from here, or we're gonna go in the front. We're gonna go in the front, and the car is, and this is 535 XI 2008. So what we're gonna go first, I'm gonna show you what happened when coming here. Okay, if you see, ignition is on. Before, the car was towed here, and the sign of the transmission is not in neutral was showing here. But now everything is okay. When we push the brake light is coming on. And if I push the button here, you see, there is nothing. You see, like, there is nothing. I'm gonna push again. I'm supposed to get a signal to the starter. Okay. And always be sure that you push the brake. If you don't push the brake, the ignition will go off. So like now, I am pushing the starter to turn it on, but it doesn't work. That means everything here look okay. You see, I'm pushing it. There is nothing. You see, nothing. So I'm gonna go at the front and check the power there, if I have a power or not. So let's go here, and we're gonna come here. The more important is to see if I have a power here. And you see, I have 12 volt. That means the power coming from the same place that I just checked it by the battery is come all the way here and tight it here. So can you crank it for me again? I don't want no voltage drop. Can you crank it? Crank it for me. You crank it? Okay, you see that? That means still we don't have nothing showing that what happened. So what we need to do is not going there and opening this place to look for the wire. It may be a little bit hard. You're just gonna pull this wire. It is here. You see this wire here? Pull it out. I open this place. You see, I open this place here. And this place, if you have access to check through here for the wire, starter wire, is okay, because I need to know where exactly I can get it, or if you have long extension to get something. Let me see. You see that place there? That's the starter. And I don't believe it's easy for you to get anything there. You see the small wide wire there? Or the I don't know, I cannot see it well, but I don't see it. So in order for you to have it easy a little bit, come here, open this, and when you open it, this one is coming from here. You see, the wire is supposed to be here like this. Open it, come out, open all the wires that inside. You're gonna see here the biggest wire, which is this one, the wide one. This wire here, in order for me to go all over there, this one, it would tell me if the power leaving the cast and coming to the starter. By cranking the car, you're gonna see some power here for about 1 second to 10-15 seconds. If I have a power here, or you just give a power here, the starter is supposed to crank. First, we're gonna check. We're gonna give power here. We're gonna check first if we have, okay, if the starter is starter ground continuity, the feedback of the starter really is there or not. Okay, I'm gonna push. I'm gonna put the tester here. You see now I have the ground is coming from the starter already. Okay, now do me a favor, please. Okay, can you crank it? You see, a crank, and I see power coming from the command from the CAS, or it's coming directly from wherever the command is. And I don't know that unless if you check the wiring diagram. But I know for sure that we have full power from the battery section, and we have a starter signal coming. Okay, if I give power here, you see, it's supposed to crank. There is nothing. So by this test, okay, now the one thing left is the ground on the body of the car. See here, I have ground. Good. If I do like this, I have ground. Now I want to be sure I have ground in the car too. You see, I have ground. Look, I have ground. My ground is good on the engine block. So the conclusion of this is that the starter is not kicking. So what we need to do, we're going to take the intake manifold out. We're going to reach to the starter and replace the starter with another one. But for sure, we have a good 12 battery, and we have voltage that coming from the this wire to the starter, and the engine is not cranking. This is how to do a quick test to know, is it a battery problem, or is it a starter problem, or is it a wiring problem? And this is for almost 95% or 75% or 80% for all BMW that made in the same year. Because the diagram, the wiring diagram, the configuration for most of the car, the wiring diagram, the software, they always come, the engines, that means this engine you can see it in a lot of cars, different models, 3 series, 5 series, whatever it is, it could be the same. This is 2008 528i or 535i. In order for you to take this starter out, you have to take the intake manifold out. Please be sure that to get a reliable, good starter, if you can get the starter that be recommended from the dealer, I really appreciate it, because you don't need to take all this stuff out. You're putting the starter, and also be sure next to the starter there is a crankshaft sensor just sitting next to it. Be sure not to touch it, be sure not to break the wire, and if you do it, you're good to go. Check the starter where you can get it from the AutoZone. They have starters aftermarket. If you can get the starter from the dealer, also is better. And that's it for now. Please subscribe, share, and like. Also be advised that if you put the car in neutral mechanically, the car will not cranking when you tow it. You have to be sure that you put everything back. Also be sure your battery cable up to here is good and solid. Be sure that the battery is fully charged and no voltage drop, so you have a problem. The key supposed to be good. If the key is not good, the car will not even crank. You know, you cannot crank the car. Yes, the car will not crank. So in this, but before, what was the problem before? Like the car just shut off on you, or because of the oil, or just?
Then I started smoking,
And then you stop it. You don't want to start it anymore. And maybe the oil leak into the starter and messed up the starter too. So in this car here, if you want to leave it, you're gonna leave it. They're gonna take the intake manifold out and they replace the starter. It is not spinning. Power ground is there. Power ground from the battery. The main power is there. The main, the small solenoid feed from the ignition switch or from the CAS also is there. Okay. Please subscribe, share, and like, and see you in another video. This is Muhammad Harun Idris, and thank you for your support and sharing my videos. And as I told you, this is a quick diagnosis. Instead of opening all this place here, go in, disconnect all the wires, and look at the wire from there. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, share, and like. Again, this is Muhammad Harun Idris.